What's up, y'all? This is your boy Super Barber Samson with another banging video. I keep them coming back. That's right, we keep them coming back. We keep our clients coming back over and over again, paying top dollar, paying your bills. How we do it? Stay tuned for the video, and we're going to tell you how to do it, how to keep your clients coming back. Let's go! What's up, y'all? It's your boy Super Barber Samson with another video. Got the homeless kid. He's back. Psych. He's not a homeless kid. That's my boy Nick. His son. He been bringing his son. Him and his son been coming to me for the past couple years, and he is back. And that's what I want to talk to you about this morning. How to keep them coming back, right? How do you keep your clients coming back regardless of how the challenge is of keeping them sitting in your chair on a weekly or bi-weekly or even sometimes monthly basis. I got some clients that they just allow their hair to grow to however long they want it to grow, just so they can come back and see me. Like, they let their hair grow and they want to see how long it grows. They want to see if it's a different look. And, but they are looking forward to also coming to see me. And the reason being is because I have won them as a client. They literally became my client. And how can you get that also? How can you get the people wanting to come back? How do you get the people wanting to come back and sit in your chair regardless of anything? Like, how do you get them to do that? How do you get them to be happy and excited every time they take a trip to the barbershop that they're going to see you there, they're going to see you there smiling, they're going to see, and I talk about this I think almost in every single one of my videos, I talk about building relationships on not just your personality, but how to attract that client to you. How to get a client to be attracted to your skills, your skill set, your professionalism, and your know-how, that you know how to personally cut their hair, right? So here's some straight up nuggets. Here's some things that's going to help you out big time. When I say big time, it's going to help you out big time. All right. So in every haircut I do, just about every haircut, I'm not going to say every single haircut because I'll be a liar if I said every single haircut, but just about every haircut I do research, right? Some hair textures are exactly the same, right? So I become knowledgeable on that hair texture. That's number one. I become knowledgeable on the scalp. That's number two. The reason I'm saying this is because some people have dry scalps. Some people have oily hair texture. Some people hair texture is just so crazy. It could be curly, but it could be dry, it could be curly, it could be straight, whatever the hair texture is, right? You have to become knowledgeable enough that you are literally giving a consultation to that client. And when you giving truth and giving in your consultations and you're giving help to that client, it changes how that client feels about you. Boom. There you go, right there. Right? So, for an example, this young client here, he has a very dry scalp. Is it because of he just have a dry scalp? That could be the case. Or is it because sometimes teenagers, they wash their hair, but they don't wash out the soap? And how am I able to tell that? I'm able to tell that by the little spots that come up on their head is usually dry soap spots, right? And so a lot of people don't know that. I started figuring it out because a physician had told me, right? And he had told me, he said most kids build up funguses because they don't wash out their hair enough, right? So I started trying to figure out like what it was. And when sometimes you can wipe that spot out with like maybe with a little alcohol or a little just water and just wipe it, and you'll, if you look at the rag or you look at it, you'll see it has like a soapy leftover residue, right? So if it was a fungus, you can't just wipe it away. It's there, right? Until you take care of it, until it stays. I mean, until you do some type of medicine, some type of if you treat it right, then it will go away. But a soap residue, it also can build fungus when you don't wash your hair in between long enough. So you leave soap in your hair, and instead of washing your hair in a few days or next week, you don't wash your hair for the next, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks. Sometimes people just get in the shower and just wet their hair and think their hair is clean when it's really not. So what happens here is this client, he has really good hair, healthy hair, no dandruff at all. I promise you that, right? But he has little dry spots in his hair, right? And so I know for a fact that it's like these little soap spots. Like he probably gets in the shower, washes his hair, right? Runs water over his hair, right? So the hair is clean, but all the soap is not out of his scalp. And that happens even when, as stylists or barbers, whatever, when we wash hair, plenty of times. When I say plenty of times, I said plenty of times throughout the years that I've washed people's hair, right? And I wash their hair, and then I think I rinse all the soap out, right? And then I get them back in my chair, and then all of a sudden I'm combing their hair, and the hair is still wet or damp, and you can see like a little suds, a little soap, and I got to take them back to the bowl to continue washing it, right? So this young man, and you can see he got some dry spots, but it's no biggie because I'm going to be able to spray some oil on his hair to clear up those spots, right? And then he has to continue to wash his hair and take care of his hair in order for his hair to look healthy and his scalp to be healthy or continually healthy, right? So this is just a basic mohawk fade, right? High, like almost like a burst fade, but it's like really more of a mohawk, not just a burst fade, just like a straight up mohawk, right? So here's the crazy thing, guys. If you want your customers to come back to you, you have to, number one, you have to give them some truth about their hair, their scalp. You have to give them consultation, free consultation, right? And so that means you have to study. You have to know what you're doing when you're cutting that hair, right? You have to not just sound professional, you have to be professional and give professional advice, right? And in order for you to give professional advice, you have to do your homework. So in order for me to do my homework as a barber, I have to like go and do some work. Like after I finish a client's hair, I'll go open up my YouTube channel. I mean, not my YouTube channel, my bad. I have to open up my Google and do some Google research on scalp spots, scalp stains, scalp funguses, right? And I learn all these things. So when I repetitively do it. So when I see it, it becomes second nature that I'm able to identify the problems of the scalp and in the texture of the hair, right? I can identify immediately. So now I'm talking to the parent or I'm talking to the client and I'm telling them, hey, this is what we need to do. We need to work on your scalp. We need to get this. Hey, let's go to the wash bowl. I'm going to give you a treatment. I'm going to give you this, that, and the third. Not to just hype them up, but just to let them know that, hey, I'm here to help you. And so what happens in return, your client feels so comfortable with you because you know a part of his body, right? A part of her body that nobody really knows about except for you and them. And most people like to keep that stuff private. They don't actually go and tell people like, hey, I got dirty hair or scalp or dry spots, right? So that's the way you build your clientele. Do me a favor, hit that bell, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, peace! Let's go!